Mary has dealt with her fair share of strange, spooky occurrences throughout her life, so she was used to whatever the paranormal could throw at her. But when this happened one night, she was left petrified, because she did not expect it to get this physical. One night, she realised that the kitchen lights were on when she swore she turned them off. She took a photo to show her husband, but when she looked back at it, a chill ran down her spine. She says that the face in the enhanced photo looks like Anne Boleyn, who she claims is her distant relative. Now, is that really a friendly face on a family visit? Or something more sinister? Because that does not look like the case to me. What do you think it is? Do spirits normally show up on camera in this way? What could it be? Share your thoughts. Number 8. The ring light. Keely mostly posts shopping or get ready with me content, but one day she posted a video that stuck out like a sore thumb. She stumbled upon an old video that she and her cousin took on a digital camera back when they were much younger. They were messing around in the living room late at night when this happened.
Dude, what the heck, man? Who are you? Hello? What was that? Did you guys see that?
Those girls were not alone in that room, that's for sure. The first anomaly takes place in the first few seconds. Something pale flies above their heads, barely visible against the ceiling. And as if that wasn't creepy enough, it was followed by what they believed to be a disembodied voice calling out to them, as well as a door opening in the distance.
Did you guys see that? Vines. Come on. Come here. Hello from the other side.
You could say it was a parent or an adult nearby calling out to them. But why would they not use the girls' names if they were family? But the creepiest thing of all is what happens a bit later in the video. See if you can spot it.
Walking really funny. At least I got that on camera. Bye.
In the reflection of the TV, a figure walks by. It looks to be a young person with short, cropped hair. The only person walking around was the girl's cousin, and her hair is big and curly, so it wasn't her. And right at the end, reflected in the same TV, was this. What is that? It looks like the faint outline of a head. What were those girls sharing a room with that night? They were the only two in the room, so it wasn't a secret third person wandering around and causing a scene. So who or what was it? Was it a ghost baby? Or something else? We'll leave this one up to you to decide. Number 7. Davy Jones's suite. A woman named Lucy was enjoying the luxury of her cruise ship suite when she noticed something strange out on the water. When she took a proper look, her blood ran cold and she had to pull out her phone to record what she was seeing. Take a look. A rickety old ship sails through the mist, creeping across the waves and vanishing into the distance. Due to the unsettling atmosphere, Lucy was convinced she was dealing with a ghost ship. Ships with those kinds of builds are not often set out to sea nowadays, aside from a handful, one of which is called the bark Europa, built in 1911. Originally a German lightship, it is now solely used for special purpose sail training. It also regularly sails to and from Antarctica, which is where Lucy caught her video. Do you think that the ship she caught was a misty picture of the bark Europa? Or was this something 10 times creepier? Leave your thoughts down below. Number 6. Universal Remote. A single mother had been experiencing strange happenings in her home while trying to raise her kids. At first, she put it all down to her kid doing things while she wasn't looking, or even just being overtired. But soon, she became less sure. So every time she got a bad feeling, she would start recording, which was how she caught this video.
What the?
Open the door if you need help.
What the? It opened it wide as shit. Oh my god.
Close the door if you need help.
I swear to God, I put it on.
Oh my. What is it doing? What the? Bro, no. Yes, I knew. Yes, I knew. Elton, please. Elton, can you please? It's closed all the way, bro. It's closed all the way. Oh my god.
Close the door if you need help.
Close the door. Ah! Oh my god. I'm gonna cry, bro.
She says the only people in the house at the time were her and her 2 children. So who was opening and closing the door on command? Visibly shaken from the experience, she began recording more of her encounters. This included her setting up a camera to record her and her children sleeping. After a few days of doing this, she got this footage. As she points out in the video captions, both of her kids were fast asleep and facing away from the remote control and wire. So who or what could have pulled it off the table? The mother most likely didn't pull it, because it came flying towards her and the kids. One thing people don't do is deliberately endanger their children with hard objects. So what was it? The activity didn't stop there either. She left a camera out showing her outdoor lounge area to try and catch some more footage. Except this time, it was less physical and more plain weird. orbs are floating around throughout the whole video. You could say it's just dust or bugs, especially considering the clip is taken outside, but they look so large and bright, and the cameras are trying to track them. Surely, it has to be something pretty big for a camera to follow it around. So what could it have been? And what was that noise? It could be any kind of camera interference, but she is convinced it came out of nowhere. Given all she has experienced as well, it is truly a stretch to believe this is the work of something paranormal. What do you think? Number 5. Supernatural Shenanigans. The TikTok account Shenanigans mostly focuses on funny and relatable family content. But one night, they realised that their peace was about to be shattered by something lurking in the nearby woods. The first night they noticed it, the husband went out to record and caught this.
It's a fucking mess.
They put it down to exploding trees, very common in cold weather. The frost can split the tree trunks open and make a huge sound that mimics an explosion. But a few days later, they realised that there was something else plaguing them in their own home.
This is day 3 of the weird, strange occurrences at our house. Right now this light has been steadily blinking for about 20 minutes and maybe 10, and I just don't understand why. Okay, now it's like not blinking at all. I guess it's okay now. But that and the hearing the voices and stuff sometimes, and hello? 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 Who's here? Who's here? Okay, I'm kind of freaked out. I'm back inside the house. See what I mean though?
The light was flickering on and off, but almost as soon as she turned the camera on, it went back to normal. And not only was that creepy, but the knock at the door was enough to scare anyone still.
Hearing the voices and stuff sometimes, and
there was nobody outside, and the dogs were whimpering in sheer fear the whole time. The real question is though, did she let an entity in unknowingly by opening the door to the knock? Well, that question was quickly answered by the rest of the video.
I'm back inside the house. See what I mean though? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Like, why is this stuff happening? I'm really thinking about moving away. I think that we should move away. Oh my God! Did you see that? Oh my God! Oh my God!
That kind of activity is difficult to fake without some signs showing through. And this happening freaked the family out so bad that they up and left the property to live elsewhere. Would they have faked all of that?
Oh my God!
Was it really happening here? Leave your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Number 4. Poltergeist. Zaria's sister was working on a restoration in a church when one day it was just her and the director of operations. The director stood at the top of the scaffolding to oversee the progress and decided to film a video, but when they did, they caught a terrifying detail. Did you see the strange anomaly? Look closely at the walkway in the middle of the screen. A small, dark figure seems to trapeze across the floor. The area was supposed to be locked off to any members of the public, aside from those working on the restoration. So what the hell was that thing? It looks almost like a child. Could this be a spirit that has long lain dormant in the church that was disturbed by the restoration work? What do you think? Number 3. Dead Ringer. A man named Nate was freaking out around his house after he noticed something peeking out of his basement. He thought he was just losing his mind, so he pulled out his phone and started recording, which was when he realized that he was not imagining a single thing.
Guys, check it out. Something was peeking. Right out. From the basement. I wanted to see if we can catch it. The end of it. But it was like right by the back. What the fuck? This has been the third morning in a row. Like clockwork. I might have to look back, but it might be around the same times as well. I don't understand. There's nothing. And then I was hearing steps coming down those stairs, but there's nothing. Guys. I don't know, guys. Maybe we can try. What was that?
The stuff falling on its own is absolutely terrifying already, but if you pay closer attention to the audio, you can hear a voice clearly whispering to Nate throughout the video.
Be around the same times as well. I don't understand. They're down those stairs, but there's nothing.
The voice sounds very similar to Nate's, saying taunting things like, "You're boring," or "You lied," along with the stuff being knocked over playfully. This is all lining up to be a mimic. Mimics are known to steal voices and mess with victims. But why did it latch onto him? Well, it might have something to do with Nate's job. He works in a cemetery, and he can't even catch a break while on the job. Check out this video he took when he got to work.
Alright, so I'm just getting here at the cemetery, and as I was pulling in, parked over there, as I was pulling in, I saw this light flicker, and it looked like somebody was walking in front of the window, so I wanted to start recording as soon as I okay, that's the window there. What the fuck was that? Holy shit, what the fuck was that? I could have swore I just heard something. So it was that window right there. And I mean, you can see there's a cement mixer in front of that. Tools. So, yeah, it's not like you can just get back there and, oh shit. I could have swore I heard somebody call my name or something as soon as I walked in. Holy fuck. Let's open this up. Yes, I'm here. Hello?
There was definitely something else keeping him company in that little shed, for better or for worse. And it is trying to play with him, like a predator toying with its prey. Do you think there is something sinister going on here? Or is there another explanation for Nate's petrifying experience? Let us know your thoughts.
At the cemetery, and as I was pulling in, parked over there, as I was pulling in, I saw this light flicker.
Number 2. Warehouse 666. Juan was working his early morning shift, operating heavy machinery in a warehouse. But as he worked, he could not shake off a strange feeling of being watched. He took more notice of his surroundings, which was when he had a realization that made every hair stand on end.
¿Qué onda? Ando aquí acomodando unas tarimas en el monte y desde hace rato siento como que algo se asoma de allá atrás. A ver si lo alcanzo a grabar. Mira. ¡Ah, la verga! Mira. ¡Ah! No mames, sí se vio. ¡A la verga! Pero no hay nadie. Aquí adentro estoy yo solo.
Did you see that? Look at the shelves right at the back of the room on the right. A deep black figure peeks out from behind, staring at him. But when he goes to investigate, the area is completely empty. Juan was convinced it was some kind of evil entity that was trying to scare him, so he tried to keep tabs on the presence whenever he felt it. A few days later, he recorded another video after getting a similar sinister sensation in the warehouse.
Quiero que chequen algo en esa tarima de ahí. Eso. Y chequen, estoy yo solo. No hay nadie aquí. Ni de este lado, ni para acá. Vean, nada. Puto almacén. Vacío hasta su pinche madre.
He says he was the only one working in that area at the time, so there was nobody who could have made that shadow. Only the spirit he was certain he was dealing with. What do you think happened here? Is this the makings of a workplace haunting? Or is there another explanation? Number 1. Doomscroll Ghoul. Gillian is a TikTok user known for normal videos and daily vlogs. But one night she ended up posting a video of something way out of her comfort zone when she had a terrifying encounter in her room one night. She was scrolling on her phone at stupid o'clock when she felt a weird, dark presence engulf her. Her room was dark, so she used her phone camera to get a good view of each wall and corner, which is how she caught this horrifying clip. At the foot of her bed, a shadow person silently shifts into the darkness. There was nobody else in the room, only her laying in bed. So whose shadow is that? Is it a distinct humanoid shape? So could it really be a shadow person? An entity that exists to watch those that are sleeping and gently freak them out more and more as time goes on? I guess we'll never know.
How do you think you'd react if you caught this with your own eyes? Let us know. This video shows us something that seems pretty strange to the mind of an individual. A ghost. But not any ghost. Suddenly, a growl fills the air, giving the man a serious fright. He freezes, staring at a horror no one would want to look at. Everything becomes